Why the long face, Thomas? It's just what he did today, mate. You look like you just got yourself into a crash. Ain't that right, don't it? Hey, Gordon, what's the matter, eh? If you and Thomas both look upset, then something must be wrong. You know that you can tell us now. At Charles Bridge, there was this big diesel with a claw attached to his roof. He came in very fast and was yelling across the station. He gave us and the passengers a fright. Wait, Dunny, you know what this means, right? There's only one diesel in Britain with a claw attached to his roof. And we both know too well who it is. Wait, it can't be. The Diesel 10 is back. Wait, was that his name? Why is he even called that? We heard this tale from the other mainland engines, and it's about time that me and Dunny told you guys the story. From what we know, Diesel 10 was the last member of the BR warship class. It would have been built around the early 60s. Shortly after, a cheap scrapyard at Doncaster purchased him and fitted him with a hydraulic claw. The scrapyard was really a very, very small yard, and there was nowhere where somebody could fit a crane there. So to help pick up scrap, they fitted the diesel with a claw. However, they then started to try to test him out with scrapping engines. This soon became his favorite job. As when it came to dismantling steam engines, he had a disturbing satisfaction. As he tore down the boilers and shoved his claw into their skin. The more the steam engines would yell and cry, the more he would just laugh. And that's how he got his name, 10 out of 10, with devious deeds and brutal strength. His job gave him great joy, and he developed a cool enjoyment of his role. However, his fun couldn't last forever. With the age of steam officially being dead on Britain, scrapyard was starting to struggle financially, and there was barely any work for Diesel 10. However, with approval from BR, he was allowed to carry scrap trains from dockyards to smelters, so he can still be operating and not void all day. And it was fun for him to fly across the main line after a very long time.
I'm the brake pad.
However, by this point, steam engines were already gone, and soon after, already a few diesels were being targeted for scrap. Outraged that diesels wouldn't be the future anymore, Diesel 10 became more hostile and violent. He would ride roughly with his freight trains, which would cause him to derail. And he would scare other engines, either because he was frustrated or he found them as an easy target to bully. It didn't take long until the scrapyard he worked at finally went bankrupt. He'd been claimed to be scrapped, however, some engines said he was still alive, silent, waiting for his next victim.